Well, hi everyone. This is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, and this is game number 28 of the 1972 Roberto Clemente Race to 3,000 Hits Stratomatic Super Advanced Replay. For those that may not, we'll just go with today's matchup first. It's the Montreal Expos in game one of a doubleheader facing the Pirates. Clemente needs 79 hits and 302 plate appearances. Today's pitching matchup for game one of the doubleheader is Luke Walker for the Pirates and Ernie MacAnally for the Expos. Now, I will not be playing Game 2 of the doubleheader because Clemente did not play, and this is not a full season replay, just the games that Clemente played in or got an at-bat in. Excuse me. And, leading off and playing second base is Ron Hunt. Oh, forgot to roll the weather effects. We'll take that as the first result anyway. Since we're a day game in Pittsburgh in May, 1 to 8 is good, 9 to 14 is average, and 15 to 20 is bad. And that's a 3. We've got nice weather on this May 21st. So 1 to 13 for ballpark singles. And 1 to 7 for left-handers for ballpark home runs, and 1 to 3. Okay, first roll is a 4-9. And swung on and missed, struck him out. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself there. All right. And now Ron Fairley due up. And that is a 6 and an 8 against the lefty. Good start for the Expos here. 1 to 7 double chance. That's a 5, so 1 out double for Ron Fairley. And now up is Clyde Mayshore. And for those of you who are fans of either the Angels or the A's, you may remember his son Damon Mayshore. I had to look that up before, but yes, that Clyde was Damon's father. So yet another one with MLB future MLB ties. 1 to 4 wild pitch. Not on the 11. Here's Clyde Mayshore. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop. And that is Hernandez. Jackie Hernandez throwing, looking back the runner Fairley and throws out Mayshore 2 down. And here is Bob Bailey. Nothing on the 6. And that's a weak ground ball to the shortstop, and Hernandez retires Bailey, and that will retire the side. The 1 out double does no damage, and through a half inning, it's the Expos nothing, and the Pirates coming to bat. And here's Ernie MacAnally to face Dave Cash, the second baseman. And that's ripped into center field. Leadoff single for Cash. Ooh, but MacAnally has a good hold at -4. Bacabella has a 0. So -4, -6. So they will hold him on, but he will not be going anywhere. Here's Vic Davalillo. Nothing on the 10. Oops, I'm going to redo that again. And that's, oops, that was a 1, not a 3. So 1 and a 12 against the righty. Ground ball to the shortstop, and Cash is retired. Davalillo will reach, and Davalillo will try to get a jump. He'd be a 1 to 13 if he gets a 4. Not on the 10. Okay, so he will be held on. Here's Roberto Clemente. Nothing on the 18. And there's Clemente. Three and a 6. Fly ball to center field. And Ron Woods is there to retire Clemente, 2 away. There's Willie Stargell. Nothing on the 18. And that's another fly ball to center field, and that will retire the side. After an incomplete, it's the Expos nothing and the Pirates nothing. And here's Ken Singleton leading off the top of the second. Just make sure I use lefty. I hope I didn't screw up any of the results in the first inning, but I don't think that they were the same. Okay, so left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. And it's a line drive to the third baseman. And Jose Pagan retires Singleton, 1 away. And here's Ron Woods. And that's a tapper back to the mound. Walker retires Woods, 2 away. And here's Tim Foley. And that's right field chance for Clemente. We know he's a 1 range, so we won't have to roll the D20. E1 for Clemente. And he will make that play. He only gets an error on a 3 or a 17, so that's not either of those. So 1-2-3 inning for Walker here in the second. And we go to the bottom of the second. No score. And MacAnally will face Oliver, Sanguillen, and Pagan. All right, here's Al Oliver. 5 and 8, and struck him out. First strikeout for MacAnally. Here's Manny Sanguillen. 6 and a 6, and that's into the gap. Will that get by the center fielder Woods? Yes, it will. So 1-out double for Manny Sanguillen. And here's Jose Pagan. Nothing on the 19 for the Havoc roll. Four and an 11. Against a righty, fly ball to right field. Sanguillen. Now this is where you can take third base if you like, and without much penalty. Sanguillen runs at a 14 plus 2 is a 16. Right fielder Mayshore, no arm. 1 to 16, he takes third. 17 to 19, he holds, and he's out on a 20. And he holds. So holding at second is Sanguillen. Nice throw by Mayshore. And here's Jackie Hernandez. Nothing on the 17. So we'll redo that. 2 and a 7. Ground ball to the shortstop. And that will retire the side. So Foley retires Hernandez, and after 2 complete, it's the Expos nothing and the Pirates nothing, which I believe was the historical score. I believe for Game 1 was 1-0. The Pirates won. So, all right, and here's a Bacabella to lead off the top of the third. And here's the pitch to Bacabella. And that's a tapper back to the mound, and Walker retires Bacabella. Here's Ernie MacAnally, right-handed hitter, not pitching card number 1. 6 and a 4. Third base chance for Pagan. He is a 4. And an 8, I believe that's okay. Yes, it is. G3, no, nobody on base. So now we have to avoid an E39. E39 and a 13. Wait a minute. Oh, let me check Pagan's rating here. Oh, it's shortstop. Okay, let me go to the third base. Wait a minute. Okay. 39, that was a 13. And wow. 7, 9, 12, 14, and 18, and 15. 13 is right in between. So Pagan falling away from third base, throws, one hops at the Stargell, and he digs it out, 2 away. And Pagan getting a nice hand from the Three Rivers faithful. And here is Ron Hunt. Struck out his first time up. And that's a fly ball to center field. Al Oliver tracks it down. And another 1-2-3 inning for Luke Walker. And we go to the bottom of the third. Walker Cash and Davalillo. Walker using pitcher hitting card number 1 as well, but he's a left-handed batter. And he swings and... No, actually, hold on. Left-handed batter? He draws a walk because he's a left-handed batter. Okay, so MacAnally walks the pitcher. Here's Dave Cash. Nothing on the 10. 3 and a 4 against a righty. Popped him up first base side, and in fair territory, Fairley makes the catch, 1 away. Here's Vic Davalillo. Hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. Nothing on the 3. 5 and a 10. Shortstop chance. Foley is a 2. Oh, that could be a double play ball. E29 for Foley. E29 and a 9. That should not be in there. No, it is not. So Foley gets the nice hop. The second for 1 and inning-ending double play. We go to the top of the 4th. Still knotted at 0. All right, Fairley, Mayshore, and Bailey do up here in the top of the 4th. Three and a 7. Fly ball to right field. And that's 1 away as Clemente puts it away. And here's Mayshore, grounded out his first time up. And that's a catcher chance for Sanguillen. He is a 1. I will figure out if that's what kind of out that is. 1 and a 4. So that's going to be a potential ground out. Let's see if he doesn't throw it away. He is an E3. E3 and an 11. That should be fine. No 11, so 1 and a 4. WG, that's probably like a weak ground ball. Yep, Squibber in front of the plate. Sanguillen gathers and throws. 2 away. And here's Bob Bailey. And swung on and missed, struck him out. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still scoreless. Clemente, Stargell, and Oliver do up for the Pirates. Still lead off. Do up for the Pirates in the bottom of the fourth. All right, here's Clemente. And that's a tapper to third. And Bailey throws out Clemente, one away. Here's Willie Stargell. Two and a four. Ground ball to first. And Fairley goes to the base himself. Two away. And here is Al Oliver. And that's a 2-out walk. And Oliver will not be held on. It'd be a 1-9 if you got a steal chance. All right, here's Manny Sanguillen. Nothing on the 3. And a 6 and an 8. Fly ball to center field. And Ron Woods retires Sanguillen. And that will retire the side. We are through 4 complete. Still scoreless. And yes, Walker does have is already past his fatigue. Well, technically point of weakness. But with him only facing 13 batters, we'll still play if he gives up 3 hits and or unintentional walks in an inning, he'll be tired. So, but good so far. Here's Ken Singleton. And that's a ballpark single chance, 1-13. And that's a leadoff single for Ken Singleton. -3 hold, -2, -5, -7. They will hold him on, but he will not be going anywhere. Brings up Ron Woods. Nothing on the 14. 3 and a 5. Popped him up. Second baseman Cash calls for it and makes the catch, 1 away. And here is Tim Foley. Nothing on the 10. 6 and a 7. Ooh, struck him out. 2 down for Ron. Oops. That should be Bacabella. Okay. There we go. Got that straight around. Here's Bacabella. And Singleton's going to try to get a jump here. And it's better than what Bacabella, who is a 227 hitter. Try to get him maybe in a scoring position. All right, so 4-6, he gets the jump. 7 or 8, he's caught. So don't worry about that. Okay, so Singleton is off. -3, -2 for Sanguillen, -5, -7, 1-8, and he steals it. And they got him dead to rights. So 2-6 on the caught stealing, and that retires the side. So Bacabella will lead off the top of the 6th. And Pagan, Hernandez, and Walker do up. And here is Pagan. And that's a leadoff walk for Pagan. he will not be held on. There's Jackie Hernandez. We're not expecting a bunt. Nothing on the 19. And that's to the center fielder, Woods. He is a 3. 3 and a 6. That might be catchable. No, it is not. It's going to fall right in front of Woods. Got a bad break on it. Ooh, not a rare play, thankfully. 6 on a 3. That should be fine. Yes, but going to third is Pagan. Got a nice read on it. And that brings up Walker. The Expos are going to bring the infield in. They make an E-bunter. I'm not going to try to sacrifice or do a squeeze play. So nothing on the 19. And here is Luke Walker trying to help his cause here. Even a deep fly ball would do. And this may not be the worst result. No, struck him out. 1 away. All right, here's Dave Cash. Infield remains in. Nothing on the 10. Five and a 7. Second base chance. And that is Hunt. He's a 4. 4 and a 14. That actually is out of the pound range, I believe. Yes, it is. It'd be a G2. And he is an E16. There is no 10. No. So a G3 with runners on first and... no, G2. 4, 14 is a G2. Yes. So G2, first and third, infield in. Batter is out. Runners advanced, only a forced. So looks the runner back to third. Runner from first was going on contact, I guess. So second and third, infield back to normal for Vic Davalillo, who is... he loses 3 hits in a clutch situation. Nothing on the 8. And he's probably going to get one of them. Yep. That will not be a hit. That will be a pop-up to the first baseman fairly, and that will retire the side. So the Pirates threaten but do not score, and we go to the top of the 6th, still scoreless. For any replay I believe I've had, this is the most that clutch or anti-clutch has come up. Just even in this, I wouldn't say short project. It's a 100-game project, but still. All right, here's Bacabella. He was at the plate when Singleton was caught stealing. Beat Bacabella, MacAnally, and Hunt. 3 and a 4, and that's a leadoff single for Bacabella. And Bruce Keeson is loosening in the bullpen. And also, they do have Nelly Bryles available if needed. Let me get his card out. All right, so Keeson loosening up. MacAnally, they'll be expecting a bunt. He is an A bunter, which now means he'll be a B bunter. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 15. And here's the bunt from... Let's see, 3 is to the first base catcher. So bunted out in front of home plate. Nice bunt. B and an 8. Excellent bunt by MacAnally. 2-4 on the sacrifice. Moving to second is Bacabella. 1 away. Here's Ron Hunt. Nothing on the 4. Here's Hunt. And he hit Hunt. Oh boy. Brings up Ron Fairley. I'd rather have the lefty-lefty matchup here, but yes, you would. Nothing on the 18. And that's a base hit. And scoring from second is Bacabella. The third is Hunt. And that looks like that will be all for Walker, and it will. So runners on the corners with 1 out. And here comes Bruce Keeson out of the bullpen. So Walker gives you five and a third innings. And here comes Keeson to try to virtually save the bullpen for game 2. All right, first and third infield be brought in. Nothing on the 6. This is a righty pitcher. 1-5 doesn't matter. That's down the left field line. Scoring from third is Hunt. Fairley was not being held on, makes an 11. And center fielder Oliver has nothing, but he will stay there. So RBI double for Mayshore. 2-0 Expos. And the infield will stay in for Bailey. Balker pass ball chance. And that is a pass ball chance for Sanguian. 1-2. Nothing on the 12. So here's Bailey. And 4 and a 10. Struck him out. 2 away. Here's Ken Singleton. Infield normal. And nothing on the 12. Five and a 6. Let me bring that a little closer here so maybe you can see it. All right, 5 and a 6. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Single to a 1. And that's a 1 with a 0 at the end. So Sturgill grounds it, fields it, takes it to the base himself, and that retires the side. But the Expos get 2 and lead 2-0 after 5.5. And MacAnally, this is his point of weakness inning. He will face Clemente, Sturgill, and Oliver here in the bottom of the 6th. Clemente, 2 appearances, plate appearances, flew out and grounded out. Five, a shortstop chance for Foley. 17 is fine. And a 12. No 12, so Clemente is 0 for 3 on the day as he grounds out. Here's Willie Stargell. MacAnally giving the Pirates lineup fits. 3 and an 8 struck him out. 2 away for Al Oliver. Six and an 8, and that's a 2-out walk. And Sanguin's actually a good hitter, so I'm not going to do the same thing. He'd be 1 to 7 if he got a jump. And if it was one run down, I might think about it, but not with 2 runs down. Nothing on the Havoc roll. Three and a 9, and Oliver off with the crack of the bat. Will this be a triple or a double for Sanguin? That's an RBI triple for Manny Sanguin. Another big 2-out hit for Sanguin. And the Pirates cut the deficit in half. It's now 2 to 1. And MacAnally is almost tired. So we will have... Let's see here. Let's see here. We could have John Strohmeyer. No, we can't use him. He's already been used twice in games. You have Joe Gilbert or Denny. So we have Denny LeMaster loosening in the bullpen. All right, here's Pagan. Nothing on the 19. Three and a 5. Ground ball to second, and that will retire the side. But the Pirates get one back and still trail 2 to 1. This may be Keeson's final inning here. Woods, Foley, and Bacabella. And if the pitcher spot does come up, we'll probably whatchamacallit, we might let LeMaster pitch for an inning and then bring in Marshall, the closer. We'll see. All right, here's Ron Woods. And that's a weak ground ball to second, and Cash retires Woods 1 away. And there's Tim Foley. Triple sixes, second base chance for Cash. He's a 2 range. Nothing on the 17. Oh boy, 8 and a 4. Nope. So Cash retires Foley. 2 down, and here's Bacabella. And that's a pop-up to the first baseman, and Stargell retires the side. Stretch time here in Pittsburgh. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back for it. Root for your favorite team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All right, so we're going to have Jackie Hernandez. Gene Kleins has actually grabbed the bat, and he will come on deck to hit for Keeson and cash. All right, here's Jackie Hernandez. This will be MacAnally's last inning of work. 4 and an 8. And against a righty, that's a ground ball to the shortstop. And Foley retires Hernandez. 1 away. And here is Gene Kleins to hit for Keeson. We've actually not had a relief pitcher come in a few games. So Bob Miller is loosening the bullpen, and he will come out for the 8th inning. All right, here's Gene Kleins. 2 and a 7, fly ball to center field. 2 away. And here is cash. Now, it's an interesting decision the Expos manager may have to make. MacAnally's not pitching a terrible game. 3 and a 3. And because it's not a clutch situation, that is a base hit. So 1 more hit and he is considered tired. So I think now the decision is made. They will pull him after. All right, here's Davalillo. Nothing on the 20. This will likely be his last batter either way. A 1-3 single chance. None on a 12. So ground ball to third, and that will retire the side. So MacAnally gives the Expos 7 solid innings. And he will be yanked as he's given it everything he has. And let's see who the Expos are going to Boots Day will pinch hit for, and actually we have to get a new pitcher here. Bob Miller will be in the game. All right, so it'll be Day, Hunt, and Fairley. Start the top of the 8th. And that's a ground ball to first baseman Stargell. He steps on the base himself, 1 down. And it looks like they will go to Mike Marshall coming out of the bullpen. Try to get a 6-out save. 5 and a 7. Second base chance for Hunt. He's a 4. Oh, sorry, not for Hunt. For Cash, he's a 2. Sorry. 2 and a 9 is fine. And a 12. No 12, so Cash retires Hunt, his second base counterpart. 2 away, and here's Ron Fairley. He is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Nothing on the 16. 3 and a 4. Fly ball to left field. 1-2-3 inning for the Expos here in the 8th. And Mike Marshall will come in to try to get a 6-out save. Or at least preserve what MacAnally started. Marshall was 14 and 8 with 18 saves and pitched 116 innings out of the bullpen. Yikes. And then again, pitchers today are almost hitting 100 innings out of the bullpen themselves, so go figure. All right, here's Roberto Clemente, 0 for 3, trying to get off the schneid here today. Well, you get off the pitcher card half the time. He won't get a hit, but he will get on base. And they will not hold him on. Here's Willie Stargell. Nothing on the 6th. Dave Justy is loosening in the bullpen, just in case the Pirates somehow take the lead. And another 4-8. And back-to-back walks for Marshall. And here's Al Oliver. Nothing on the 19. Oops. And we'll redo that one. Jeez. Strike 2. Six and a 5 against the lefty. Struck him out. Big strikeout for Marshall there. And here's Manny Sanguillen. Had an RBI triple his last time up. Not this time. Line drive to the second baseman Hunt. 2 away. Let's see if I can... Well, Richie Hebner is kind of not... We might get... We'll get a pinch hitter for... Actually, no, we won't. No, Jose Pagan will hit. I was thinking about replacing him. 250 hitter, and we'll keep him in. All right, here's Marshall. Nothing on the 10. And that's a fly ball to right field. And once again, the Pirates do not score on an opportunity. To the top of the 9th we go. Miller will stay out. Miller pitched 54 innings. I've probably overused him. Justy went 75 innings. You know what? We're going to bring out Justy. Give Miller a rest. And all right, so Justy will face Mayshore, Bailey, and Singleton here in the 9th. And here's Clyde Mayshore. 1 for 3 with a double. So we'll redo that. 3 and a 5. Struck him out. 1 away. And here's Bob Bailey. 5 and 11. First base chance for Stargell. He's a 4. And a 10 will be fine. He's not holding anybody on. There's nobody on base. Stargell is an E25. And a 12. Yep, Stargell bobbles it. Can't recover. And Bailey reaches on an error. And they will not hold him on for Ken Singleton. Singleton, 1 for 3 with a single, but was caught stealing. Nothing on 17. Oops. 4 and a 3. And that's for Clemente. We'll roll just to see if we can. Let me see if there's a fly ball A. Yeah, there is. If he rolls a 1. Nope. Okay, so Clemente is an E1. And there is no 9, so flies out for De Clemente. Here's Ron Woods. Nothing on the Havoc roll. Three and a 5. Struck him out, and that will retire the side. We go to the 9th, bottom of the 9th, 2-1 Expos, and this will likely be some bench shuffling here. So Marshall will stay out for the 9th. All right, so pinch hitting for Jackie Hernandez will be Rennie Stennett. And he will stay in the game and play shortstop. And then coming on deck will be Bob Robertson. Okay. So here's Stennett. Or Stennett. And here's the pitch from Marshall. 5 and a 7. Struck him out. And here comes Bob Robertson. To pinch hit for Justy. And Nellie Bryles is loosening in the bullpen. Here's Robertson. Wow, a lot of stuff come pitcher cards, but that's a base hit to the center field. Unfortunately, I don't think I have that. No, well, I got Alley and Hebner both run at a 13. I don't think I have anybody to play first base, so. Or actually, this is pinch hitting rule. All right, so Gene Alley will run for Robertson to give a little bit more speed. So Robertson did his job to get on base. Alley will not be going anywhere. He will not even be held on. And here's Dave Cash, one away here in the bottom of the 9th. Here's Cash. Nothing on the 5. Five and a 10. And that's a bouncer to the shortstop. And that's Foley to Hunt to Fairley. And that's your ball game. Final score from Three Rivers. Expos win this one 2-1. Be right back with the detail. All right. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Expos. 1 run, 6 hits, no errors for the Pirates. Walker is your losing pitcher. He was responsible for the 2 runs allowed in the 6th inning. And MacAnally, your winner, went 6 innings in the win. Yeah, because went 7 innings because Marshall pitched the 8th and the 9th. And he gets the save. All right, everybody, this is the final game against the Expos. So the next game in the Clemente replay will be against a new team. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Please leave a like you can. It helps the video to be seen. If you'd like to leave any comments, please do so. And if you've not subscribed, please click the subscribe button and click on the notifications to allow all notifications so you know when the next video pops up. And whatever game you are playing, please enjoy it to your fullest. Have a good day, everybody.